So I'll going to do a little bit of a demonstration, just carrying on with this one, which I started right at the beginning of the project. So today's our last day on this particular project. If you want to carry on, that's absolutely fine. But it's the last day we'll be working on it. So April is a 4-week month, and the theme for April is going to be flowers and spring, or flowers or spring. So however you want to interpret that really. So that you might want to start having a little think about that. If you want to take part in that project, that is, you don't have to for all options. So if I've got some flowers pictures here. I might have some more. I've probably got some more that relate to spring at home. I can have a little look. But if you've got images and references of your own, that would be great. Or if you want to interpret it in a different way, you want to paint Easter eggs and bunnies or whatever you want to do, whatever you have to do. The other thing I was thinking about is going to start planning a few kind of one-off outdoor sessions. So 1 or 2 people have asked me if I would do that again. We did a couple last year. We didn't do that many, but we did a little bit. I think it was towards the end of last year. In the past, over the last couple of years, really because of COVID, I've kept them fairly local really. It's just been like the local parks sort of in and around Southend, and I think for our group here we went to Holbridge last year, so that was quite nice. So I was thinking instead of doing it on our regular class days, I'll run maybe 1 or 2 a month, something like that, the next few months leading up to summer, and do them either on a Monday, Wednesday or Friday, or possibly Thursday afternoon. And that way it doesn't interfere with what we're doing here, but it's like a little bit of an extra if you want to do a little bit more. So that's another option. If you've got any ideas of where you'd like to go or what you'd like to do, those of you that like to take part, I know what's quite good, and when sort of thing, let me know any ideas you've got. I'll put that out in the next email as well.
Somewhere where I don't have to hike too far.
Yeah. I mean, some. Yeah, we can make sure that some. I usually try and find places that aren't too far from toilets, and aren't too far to walk with, heavy gear and things like that. Having said that, we're good. Sorry?
Battlebridge is quite scenic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I've only ever once run a trip to Battlebridge, but that's quite nice. It's some of the nice views, you're kind of on the road to get that's the main thing about Battlebridge. But you can take yourself away around where the antiques market is and things like that. So there's really interesting stuff to draw.
There's some lovely old buildings around there. There's a big car park.
Yeah, there is, and there's a green, isn't there, and things like that. So that would be, we haven't been there for a while, so that might be a good one. So once spring arrives, maybe in a few weeks' time it'll start raining, and we can start planning something outdoors. Yeah, so that's the plan. So with this one, this one you'll remember I did a sketch. That's a photocopy of my sketch. I then blew it up on the computer to make it a bit bigger and printed it off on the computer. I've got quite a big printer, so it will print A3 size. Put some pastel on the back and just trace that onto there. So that's my way of transferring my drawing onto my sketch onto the antique surface. I quite like it. Sometimes I like the quality of the sketches and the feel of the sketches. And when I redraw them, I lose a little bit of that. So I quite like to just trace sketches. What I've actually done since, I probably showed you this last time, was in my Thursday class last week, I did a little bit on it, and it all seemed a bit too low down, so I actually redrew some of it and brought things a bit further up. So I think I brought these posts, I either brought the posts up or I brought the tree level down, because I noticed the tree level was pretty much on the same level as the posts. And I didn't, I wanted a little bit more space around there. And the bird was a bit lower down. I thought it was a better higher up. So I made a few changes. I've tried to, this was a photograph I took at the time And to me it's just a bit too strong, the greens. I fancy sort of less green. And this was another photo that somebody else took, but I liked all the sort of more kind of straw colours and the earthy colours of that, rather than having bright greens. So I thought perhaps combine a little bit or two. So I've kept this sort of grey look of the sky, because the qualities I liked about the sketch, so I wanted to keep some of those. I quite like the way the light was just kind of reflecting on the tops of the railing, so it's a little bit random this, but I'll just add a little bit of that in. So that way, I haven't got the railings this side, so I'll have to do it this side. So the way that it just kind of caught the tops of the nose. And perhaps a little bit bluer, maybe a little bit blue to that, and a little bit down here. So this is water mixed with oils I'm using here. And as I say, I've deliberately toned the colours down a little bit. But in this case, I'm actually sort of heightening the contrast a little bit. So put the same there. The actual bird itself, I'll start with it's going to be a sort of palish grey. That's under here. That's not too dissimilar from the sky colour. And then a little bit of light to the main body. Wash that side of it. I'll just go in with some pure white. Start with green here. And this is, in a way, quite a liberation for me, because I do tend to very much stick with whatever I can see in front of me, so it's quite nice to make a few changes. Sometimes I've done a sketch and then done a painting later and found I've preferred the sketch, and sometimes the qualities of just black and white is perhaps enough, really, without too much colour. And then thinking the wings are grey, so a little bit of brown and blue to make a grey for the wings. I think that's a little bit too dark. And a bit of shadow, more underneath. And then I'll just make a darker tone for the head. So just mixing all my dark colours together to make a blackish colour. Sharp line for the beak. Something that's a little bit darker. Shadow under there. And what I've done here with the greens is I've softened them down a little bit, and I've also added a little bit of a pinky colour, because sometimes I notice if I'm looking out on fields, there's sometimes bits of the earth colour showing through, so I've used that slightly pinky tone to suggest that. Just adding a little bit of crimson. It's a bit too dark, so lighten that down. Something a little bit like that in there. The other change I made, which I changed slightly this morning, I think it could probably go a little bit lighter there, was this bit on the photograph, that is just tarmac. But I thought, whereas this side, it goes in from the boards into the earth. And I thought that was quite a nicer colour, really, that lighter colour. So I think I will keep that running through. I think it just needs to go a little bit lighter. And I've actually given it a little bit of a curve, so it's got like an S shape. So it kind of goes round the bend there. And then it ends up over here. So using this and this for inspiration, just making a few tweaks where I can. The other thing I liked about my sketch was the telegraph pole, which again I seem to have moved slightly. I think it looks better there. So let's just put that in. Again, I don't want that too dark, but it's way off in the distance. Try about there. Oops, that's a bit blue. Yeah, the nice thing about the oils is it's very easy to make the adjustments. You can wash bits in and off if they don't go quite right. Back to the dry paint. A bit higher, I think. Lighten that a tiny bit. And then the wires themselves, I think that's going to, yeah, it might be better with a thinner brush. This is a bit old finer harder, it's getting a really thin fluid lines. I'll try with this rigger. So just really thinning the paint down a little bit. And then, yeah, that's not too bad. Just sort of working fairly quickly. So perhaps we repaint that, but yeah, perhaps going that way would be better. Sometimes it helps to maybe turn the painting over or paint upside down and things like that. But yeah, just to get a good, sweet, a bit more like that. Okay, so I shall carry on tweaking this at home. I'm quite like this picture, so I quite like to finish it. So at some point I'm doing that. Any questions? Okay, right, come and sit down. Yeah, I'll do a bit more work on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can have a go.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me use the grid. I saw some.
Yeah, just carefully going from square to square. Yeah, well, that's